Hey y'all, and welcome to my channel. If you're already subscribed, thank you so much for coming back to see today's video. And if you're new, welcome. I am Bethany Shanae, and my channel is dedicated to documenting my journey to get healthy mentally and physically, including losing over 150 pounds naturally through diet and exercise. So if you enjoy this video or anything else on my channel, please consider subscribing. I'd love to have you along for my journey. So today, oh, and of course, disclaimer, never medical advice, anything on my channel ever. I'm not a medical professional. I'm just sharing my journey to get healthy and any tips or tricks I find along the way. So sorry if you guys are wobbling a bunch. I am on my lunch break. I slept in this morning. I did not feel like getting up. I mean, it was tough to get out of bed this morning. So I'll insert a clip here of what I had for breakfast. Alright, y'all, my coworker made guacamole and salsa. And of course, I forgot the chicharrones and my mustard, so I'll be dipping my burger patty breakfast. I won't be eating all this. I'll be dipping them in the guacamole and salsa. And then right after I had that, I had my protein coffee. I'll insert a little silent clip here. It's about half and half of the pumpkin spice cold brew concentrate from Starbucks. I got on clearance at Target, and half of a Premier Protein pumpkin spice shake and a splash of the vanilla sugar-free Torani syrup. I'm gonna say this was probably the best balance between them all. I typically pour it over ice, but I think without watering it down, it lets the pumpkin spice flavor really come out today. So I enjoyed it. I only had that one. I do have an energy drink if I'm kind of sluggish after lunch, but I've been sticking to my animal-based diet so far today. Animal-based just means at least 80% of my daily consumption, it comes from an animal. Today, so far, the things that I've had without it, as you saw, was guacamole. I did end up eating all the burger patties, and I did end up getting another helping of guacamole and salsa. Dang it, I forgot to get some on my way out for lunch, actually. But that's okay. We're having our animal-based Lunchable today with cheese, chicken breast, a boiled egg, and some cottage cheese. So I'm heading home. I realized I forgot my new headphones, so I'm gonna go love on Muck Luck a little bit, especially since I'm not gonna be with him for 2 days this week. So I want to give him extra love, and then of course when I get back, I'll love on him even more because I'll miss him. But yeah, you guys, so far I'm feeling really good about today. I'm feeling very in control. Honestly, eating all 4 burger patties along with the guacamole and the salsa have me perfectly satiated. I am a little hungry, so I'm going to eat my Lunchable or my snack box, whatever you want to call it. But I'm not starving. I don't feel like I need a whole entire other meal. I feel like this is going to be a good sized lunch for me. And then in a few, probably about 3 hours, around 3 o'clock, I'll have my dinner, which is going to be that pork steak with a burger patty. And with that, I'll have some more guacamole and sour salsa because my coworker said she made a ton, and she did. And it is so good. So I'm going to probably get some avocados this weekend or this week for this weekend and prep it for next week, but we'll see how it goes. But yeah, y'all, I'm enjoying the day so far. Appetite feels really under control, and yeah, I do plan on going to the gym after work today, so stay tuned. I will give you a clip in just a second here of my lunchbox, my Lunchable, and then I'll check back when we have dinner. All right, y'all, so this is probably between 400 and 500 calories realistically. I don't track calories. I really don't care about calories, but it's crazy high in proteins. We have chicken breast, cottage cheese, boiled egg, and cheeses. So I'm going to enjoy this. I would honestly probably eat this as a snack or graze on this as a couple snacks throughout the day. But I'm going to have it as my lunch today just because my breakfast was larger because I did eat all 4 patties, and then I'm going to have the pork steak and more guacamole with that later. All right, y'all. So it is well past my bedtime. It is almost 9:30 p.m. It has been actually a really great day. I have been forgetting to do my bullet journal. I need to. I think I'm like 3 or 4 days behind. But today was actually a really good day. I did go to the gym. First, let's go over what I ate. So you guys saw what I ate. I did have some sweets that were a treat from a vendor, which I enjoyed. Did not go overboard. The only thing I think I did not record or take a picture of is my coworker. She just got back into baking after a year break from it after a major loss in her life. And it was so beautiful to just see how like renewed her spirits were and how excited and proud she was and how hopeful she was to have us try it. Like you could see the vulnerability in the moment, but also like just the gratitude. Like you could see she was just grateful to have her spark back. And I never knew she baked. And honey, I told her that should be a side business because you could make some money. Her bread was good. She made Ezekiel bread, which I guess the recipe's in the Bible. Hello, I need to get that recipe. But it was delicious. I had one slice. It was like, she must have a bread knife that has like the measured gap, because all her slices were perfectly even, with probably half a tablespoon of butter on it. It was really good. Really good. So that, and then the sweets that I showed you, I only had half of that truffle in this image. I just realized it was an image, so I'll overlay it here. I only had half of that truffle, which is the little ball with the red and green sprinkles on it. I ate the whole brownie and the whole snickerdoodle. And I don't feel bad at all. It didn't spiral me. I accepted, okay, this is my 20% for my day. The rest of my day, well, that and my guacamole. Salsa, I don't count in either direction. Salsa, mustard, I just don't count in either direction, but technically they're not carnivore. But I don't count I don't count salsa towards my 20%. Um, and I'm not actually measuring things to be 20%, but in my mind, I'm trying to, kind of see, is it around 20% or is half my day cookies and brownies? So I feel like I honored myself and I did about my 20% today. I enjoyed the treats. They cured whatever sweet tooth I had in the moment. I ate all of my meal prep for the day. I had that protein coffee that I showed you guys that was delicious. And at the end of the day, which is why I'm so jazzed right now at almost 9:30 p.m. when I should have been asleep an hour and a half ago, is because just to make sure I had that extra oomph to get to the gym and work out in the gym, I may or may not have drank a quarter of a Bang, maybe more like a third of a Bang energy drink. And I don't recall it making me this energetic. Um, I don't recall that at all, but apparently it does. So I feel great. Today was a good day. I went to the gym, y'all, and I pushed myself. So I did about an hour of working out. I walked into the gym at 6 o'clock and I walked out at 7:01. Your girl did it. So I started out on the elliptical. I was like, you know what? I want to get like a real warm up. I don't just want to walk. I'm tired of just walking already, which I'm glad about. I did the elliptical, and this is how my brain went. I got on and I was like, oh, I'm just gonna do five. I'll push myself to 5 minutes. And then I got to 5 minutes. Oh no. I was like, oh no, we're going to do 10 minutes. Easy. I was like, we'll push. And I get to 7.5 minutes and I'm like, I'm not even halfway through the reserves I have in my tank. I was like, we'll do 15 minutes. Easy. I get to 12 minutes. And I'm like, shoo, we're going to push it to 20. I get to 12.5 minutes. I was like, nope, 15 sounds good. I had sweat dripping down my sideburns or my temples. My shirt was getting a little sweat mark, which I was happy about. So I had a good little warm up. And then I just did lower body. These are my 3 staple workouts for lower body: hip adductor, hip abductor, and leg press. Okay, I did 205 on the hip adductor, no, abductor, where you separate. I always remember it when I was in CNA school. It's to abduct, like when someone has been abducted, they've been taken away, separated, right? So abductor, and then adductor you add together, right? So hip abductor, I did 205 pounds for 2 sets of 15, and then I did 190 for the last set of 15 with a few pulses mixed in on top of the 15. For the hip adductor, I did 190 for 2 sets of 15. I did 6 at 175, realized that's too easy. Let me just bump it back up to 190 and push. And I did another 15 at 190. And then for the leg press, y'all, I pushed myself, and not so much because the weight was hard, but because the machine I was on was different. How the foot thing that you go on was like shaped like this. It was kind of shaped like this. So if I were to put my foot down here, my knees, it would, my heels would come way below my knees. My heels would have got closer to my butt versus bringing my knees to my chest. It would have, if that makes any sense. So I had to put my feet up on this short bit that was like up here. So that way my knees could be more like bent up to my chest versus bending my legs down under. If that makes any sense at all. So I didn't like the machine, but I still cranked out 3 sets of 15 at, drum roll, 360 pounds. Get it. I was like, whoo! I got off the plate and I just felt like, oh, I'm strong. But one thing that burst my bubble before is someone was he was talking, actually he had some good points. Not everything he said I agree with, but one of the points he made was one of the easiest ways to make an obese person motivated to go to the gym is put them on the leg press. They will be so motivated by how much they can leg press. It'll encourage them to keep going back into the gym, and it'll shift their perspective on their progress. And that is 100% true. When I first tried out the leg press years ago, baby, a star was born. I was like, I love this. I want this feeling all the time. I'm strong. Ooh, I wonder how high I can get it up. I can do all the weights. I should start trying all the weights. And really it is. I mean, he has a good point. But that also made me realize I'm not special. I'm not I don't have uncommon strength in my legs. I mean, I do have pretty strong legs. But it's me being able to do the leg press at the weight I do. Is not as much of an achievement as I thought it was. That doesn't mean I feel any less proud of it. I'm still very proud of it. I had a big buff guy one day come up to me at this gym actually and interrupt me in between sets, and he was like, "Good job, keep it up. You're doing great. Like, good job." You know, I forget what else he said. He said something else. I mentioned it on another video, I think. But I was like, girl, get out of town. But yeah. Anyway, sorry. I'm like, I think I had a lot of caffeine. Wow, I'm buzzing. I'm just bouncing off the walls. Um, just before I turned on the camera, I was like, oh, I'm gonna go to bed. I think I'm just excited to talk to you guys. So, let's see. Today, I feel like my nutrition was, I think my 20% being a brownie and a cookie, and the slice of bread I'm not gonna count because that was good. Whole grains, homemade, no fillers, no toxic shit. I'm gonna let that slide. I feel like that's okay for my 20%. But the brownie and the cookie and the fudge, I will say I'm not at 100% with myself about that. But I also don't feel bad about it. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I had a treat, and I made sure that I was on it the rest of the day. And I think that's a perk of my reclassifying of my diet as animal-based or meat-based or meat-dependent, is because my goal is to be 80% animal product, a minimum of 80%. And I feel like today I did it. Breakfast, you guys saw breakfast. I had the 4 burger patties with some guacamole and salsa. Lunch, I had my Lunchable. My little mucky. He's ready to snuggle and go to bed. He's such a snuggle bug. But lunch was my Lunchable, and then when I got back to work, they had the treats. I had the treats, tried the bread, which was so good. And then I had my dinner. I ate all of the pork steak, didn't finish the burger patties, but that's good because I'll save them for a meat snack in my fridge at work. That way, if I get hungry or anything, I'll have something that's animal-based that I can eat. Glad I worked out. I worked out for an hour. I'm proud. I'm excuse me, I'm glad to be getting back into the weights. Oh, that's something I deal with is I belch a lot. I can't stand burping. I cannot stand it. I would rather have to pass gas. I'm not asking to switch them. God, please. I don't want to switch them. I just don't want either. And I know that's one thing that when I was actually doing closer to 100%, probably more like a 90-95% animal based diet, um, I did not have any gas at all. So that's one side effect I'm not a fan of. But yeah, y'all, today was a good day. I just realized I still have to edit yesterday's video. Actually, I had like 3 or 4 videos edited and 2 to 3 videos scheduled already for most of this Vlogmas. So I'm getting close to being behind. So tomorrow, I'm not going to the gym for the rest of the week. Tomorrow's Tuesday. When I get off work, I'll have to edit yesterday's video, edit today's video, schedule them. Shower, get ready for the Christmas party the next day. Pack for Mississippi. And then Wednesday, I go straight from work to the party, come home, go straight to bed, because I have to get up and go straight to Mississippi. So I have a very, very busy next week, basically. So I'm going to read my Bible. Muckluck gets his Bible bedtime story every night, and he comes and he snuggles with me. And sometimes he even tries to lay on the Bible, which I let him because he'll be like a page holder. But yeah. Anyway, y'all, I'm done rambling and being manic, bouncing off the walls from too much caffeine. But I am grateful for everybody who came to see my video and everybody who comes to my channel. Thank you so much for making it this far in the video. I know it's getting a little bit longer. Hopefully I can edit it down to under 15 minutes. That would be great. But yeah, y'all. Anyway, thank you guys so much for coming back to see today's video. And I hope you guys are enjoying Vlogmas. I'm excited to show you more this week. So stay tuned because I actually have a little bit of a life coming up. So it's not going to be just every day, same thing. And I'll try to capture as much as I can for you guys. But I'm also enjoying my channel. So anyway, if you haven't already and you enjoyed this video or anything else on my channel, please consider subscribing. Y'all, everybody, please hit that like button. It helps me out a lot. Leave a comment down below how you're doing on your journey. What do you classify your diet as? Even if it's just the standard American diet, that's fine. Talk to me, talk to each other. I enjoy talking with y'all in the comments. And yeah, read your Bible, y'all, and stay prayed up. Have a blessed night. Happy holidays, and I will see you guys tomorrow.